So, good morning, everyone. Today I'll be talking about how you can go about creating a Google form. How you can create a Google form to your audience. Probably you want to create a test, you want to create a survey, you want to create a questionnaire to your audience, and you are like, okay, how would I get this done? So today I'll be showing you how you can get your questionnaire done, your survey through the help of Google form. So now let's get started. So what you need to do, I said Google form. So you should understand the fact that Google is involved. So just go to Google, just type your Google form. Can you see? Online form creator. Okay. So just click on this one. Google form sign in. Just click on the sign in. You know, no forms yet. Can you see? I have not created any forms yet. So all I have to do, I have just click on start a new form. You understand? Though you have a template, you have some templates here, but we want to customize it based on our own design, on our own taste. You understand? So just click on this blank form. Yeah, I've clicked on it, still loading. Okay. Can you see? If you're using a mobile version, maybe you're using your Android or you're using your iPhone. So this particular menu, this one, it will be at the footer. It won't be at the side. It actually be at the footer. So once this is at the footer, it's still the same thing. Actually, it's still the same thing. So wherever it is, it's still the same thing. You understand? So this untitled form, it actually means maybe you want to, if you're writing an article, maybe you have an article you want to write, at least you should have a title of it. You understand? Every article or anything should have a title. You want to write a letter, it must have a title. You understand? Even if you want to save, even if you want to save a form, you want to save anything on your mobile device, you should at least name it. So this untitled form, which actually means it doesn't have a title. Just give it a title. So now the title we are creating is let me just say a project questionnaire. Let me just write, okay, because I not write anything as fast as I can. Uh so let me just, it can't be empty. So that's it. Project questionnaire. You understand? Okay, I think it should be double head. I think. Okay, so now you can decide to bold it. If you want to bold it, you can bold it. If you want to put italics, you can put italics. If you are familiar with if you are familiar with Microsoft Word, you'll be able to understand what I'm trying to say about this. So now this should be the description of your questionnaire. Okay, this questionnaire is meant a this questionnaire is based on social amenities. You understand? So do you understand? So you have to write a brief description. Maybe let's take for example, it's the description still has to do with bullet stuff. Okay, section one. Section one has to do with anything. You understand? Okay, just this is a demo write up. You understand? Okay, maybe um there is talking after the response. You can write anything. Okay, I'm just writing this up for you to understand how your description can work, how you can, the extent you can describe your form. You understand? So after we are done with the topic, which is the title, get your description done, then you can now continue. Then we are done with it. Let's say it's going to be, if you let's say it's going to appear project questionnaire, you can always track your movement. Just click on send. You understand? If you're using an Android phone or you're using an iPhone, it's going to this send is going to appear like a logo, like a send logo. You understand? It's going to appear like a send logo. It's not going to appear like this send button. It's going to appear like a logo. So just click on send. If you have any email address you would want to use, maybe you have someone you want to send the form to, you can actually type it here and send it. But actually I want to generate the link, so you just go to this. So a link will be generated for you, but if you look at this link, you say that this link is just too long. You understand? So just try and shorten it. Okay, can you see? So just come here, copy it. Okay, the link has been copied, so you can always track your movement. Let me look for another mail. Here, and then let me click the link, press enter. I think I'm having issue with my internet. Okay, probably there is no much movement. There is no much what's it called? Let's continue. It's going to load. Okay, can you see? It has come up with it. The reason why it's still bringing untitled question because we have not written our question. Can you see? That's how it's going to work. So now let's continue. We'll be using this to track our progress here. You understand? So now let's continue here. Where is my Google form? Okay. Now let me go back. Okay. So now what should question one be? Just a demo. I'm just going to write the demo question, so it doesn't have to relate with what you have in mind to put out. You understand? So now let me just type, what is your name? You look at, observe something. You see that this option one, and we have add option here. One thing I just want you to know is that the moment you typed in your question, it's the options are automated. Like it will give you the perfect options for it. Maybe the answer has to do with your user typing. It's going to automate it. So now let's take for example, now let me write, what is your name? You see that this option, can you see? What is your name? Can you see? It actually comes up with short answer text. It means you're generating answer from your text. It's not like you are given what is your name? You are expecting your user to like get a response. You are getting a response from your user. Maybe you are creating an options for them to pick. You understand? So now, what is your name? You can build it. You can do whatever stuff you want. You understand? That's based on your taste. Okay, for example, maybe you want to add a picture, you want to add anything, you can add it here as well. What is your name? But what is your name just shouldn't require any image of a thing. You understand? So now let's continue. You see, we are done with this one. Okay, so now let's add another one. Now let me reload this form. Can you see? This one must be updated. What's your name? Okay, okay. So that's that about that. So let me just reload this form. Can you see what is your name? Can you see? Short answered. My name is Ola Steve. You understand? So that's that about that. We are done with the first question. So now let's go to the second one. You are done with this. So this plus sign this plus sign, it actually means this plus sign actually means you should add question. Okay, it actually means you should add a question. So now let's go about writing the second question. Now, okay, if you could remember when I actually typed what is your name, it came up with short answer text. So now let's get an option. Okay, now, okay, let me type, are you a boy or a girl? Let's see what's going to come up with. Maybe it's going to give us another suggestion. What is, are you a boy or a girl? You can use option, and you can use checkbox. So now let's see what's going to come up with. Are you a boy? There you go. It actually came up the option one and option two is still there. So it now depends on you. Maybe you want a checkbox, or you can just come here where there's this multiple choice. Okay, you can just come here, decide on what you want. Maybe you want checkbox. Okay, so this checkbox, maybe you want a checkbox, or you want let's see, yeah boy. Okay, can you see? Can you see now? This is checkbox. This is how it works. So your user will just have to click on it. Do you understand? And look at this, our suggestion. Google even brought out a suggestion. You understand? If you can see earlier, it actually bring boy, girl, yes or no. You understand? So that's how it works. Let's save it. I think it should have been saved. Now let's see our progress. Can you see now? Can you see? That's checkbox. You understand? So now let's continue. Let me add another text. These are demo questions and answer. You understand? So now pick the right answer out of the four options below. What? I don't even know what to ask. So what are the main? What are the main? I don't even know what to write. What are the main organization? It's a demo question. So now, so that it won't waste our time. So option one, yes. I don't know. You can just write anything. You understand? No. So you can tell it maybe. You understand now? I don't care. You understand? This is a demo question. Demo question and answer. Just you don't. I understand now. So just input anything. If you're done with that. So now let's say it's going to display. Okay, can you see? Can you see that there is difference between the checkbox and options? I click on this boy. I click on yes. Can you see? There is difference between checkbox. So what's your name? You understand? Okay. Now we can submit. Can you see? Why did this thing submit? This question, why did it submit? Can you see this? This actually, it actually submitted. Why? Why? If you look at this place very well, you see that I have not even signed up. There is no email attached to this Google Chrome. But I need it to make your questionnaire secured. It's best for you but if you want to give it to a random person to just fill, even if they don't have an email, you can use this. But you can go to your settings and then make sure it's only those that have email that can answer this questionnaire. So now, and another thing is, let's take for example, can you see, are you above Haino answer it? And this is not Haino answer it. Let's see if it's going to submit. Can you see? It's submitted again. Whereas I am here to answer the remaining questions. So this is what you're going to do. Just come here. Now let's set it. Look at this. Look at these options. This checkbox. You click on this required. This checkbox required. Make sure you turn it on. So the moment you turn it on, come here again, turn it on. Come here again, you do what? You turn it on. So if they don't answer it, the form will never submit. The form will not submit. You understand? So that's how to go about it. Now let's reload it again. So let's reload. Okay. Let's type anything. I'm Miguel. Let's see it's going to submit. Can you see? This is the required question. You must answer it before you submit. You understand? So that's how it was. Let's go about. Okay, now let's take for example you have a question you want to ask your audience and it requires a picture. Okay. Now let me add another question. It requires this question required a picture. You can just click on the picture. If you're using an Android phone or you're using an iPhone, it's going to come up with the same thing. Okay, so that's how it's going to work. Okay, so okay, I have a flyer. Okay, so maybe this is your picture. You know, you can something. These are demo question and answer. You understand? But you need a picture. Maybe you have a question you want to ask the audience and it requires a picture. So you just upload a picture. Then go to your question. Which flyer is this? Okay, you can just ask who owns this website. You understand? So it actually came up with short answer text, but no, I don't need short answer text. So you can come here. I need options. Multi choice option. You understand? Option one, all Steve. And option two, on the sub. You understand? So click on required if you want it to be compulsory for everybody to answer it. You understand? Can you see? Who owns this website? I forgot to put question mark there. So the checkbox. Can you see? So that's how you can go about questionnaire. It's very easy and straightforward. Now let's assume this is a questionnaire. Now let's assume you want to turn it to test. You want to award a point for everything. So all you need to do is just come to your settings. Can you see? Due to the fact that I responded to that email, like I responded to the questionnaire, it actually came here telling me it will actually tells you those that have responded to your questionnaire. So now go to settings. Can you see? Make this a quiz. You understand? Turn it on. So release grade is after submission. You know there are some tests will be whereby if you should after response you see your scores, stuff like that. So you can maybe if you don't want it to appear, if you don't want it to show instantly, you can put it later. You understand? So what's the point? Maybe 5 points. You understand? So that's how it's going to. So that's how you're going to work. Now, note that the moment you turn it into a quiz, you need to come back to the questionnaire and make sure you pick the correct answer. You understand? So now make sure you pick the correct answer. It's very, very compulsory. It's very, very compulsory. Add a correct answer. So, Steve, so in case of some people might want to write it in capital letter, you understand? So now come to the second one. You come to the second one as well. The right answer should be the right answer should be the next answer should be girl. You come to this place as well. Maybe you want the right answer to be no. You understand? So then you award mark for everything. Seven. You understand? That's what you're going to do for everything. That's if you want it to be test. You understand? That's if you want it to be test. Okay. If you don't want it to be test, you don't need all this. You don't need all this at all. All you need to do is just ignore this. All what I'm doing is just ignore this. So answer key. The answer is elastic. You understand? Done. Okay. Now let me reload this. To fill out this form, you need to sign in. Can you see? It's not compulsory for me to sign in. Just test. You need to accept their email. But if it were to be questionnaire, you don't need it. Okay? So that's that about that. Now that's that about the questionnaire. Now you see total points. Your total point is 15. Okay, so now let's assume we are done with the questionnaire. You are done with the questionnaire. This is where you're going to see their response. Can you say this is where you're going to see their responses, and then if you want to check for individual, maybe 10 people record their respond to your questionnaire, and you want to check them each. So this is for question 1. This for can you see? Okay, that's how it's going to be. Can you see? So that's how it's going to work. It's very simple and straightforward. Now let's assume you've actually sent out your questionnaire and you still want to edit it. So it's very simple. Just go back to your questionnaire, and then you still do the same. Maybe you want to edit some stuff. You understand now? Maybe you want to edit some stuff, then you can still come back here and then what's your name? No, I don't want it to be what's your name again. You understand? So I want it to be something else. You can still come here and then change it again. You understand? So it's very easy and straightforward. So after I've sent out the form, you can still come here and do whatever you like to it. So Google form is very easy, and maybe you are done with the response. You've received some responses and you want to print it out. You can print the responses. You can just click on this print to print. It's going to print it, and then as well, if you want, can you see? It's going to print out everybody that recorded. that make attempt to answer the questionnaire, test, whatsoever you want to do. And even if you want to link it to a sheet, maybe you want it to be on a spreadsheet like that, so you can as well do it. So that's how you go about it. It's very simple and straightforward. Can you see this one is going to bring out time and everything? So but you don't need it. But if you need it, you can still use it. It's very easy and straightforward. So that's how you're going to go about creating a questionnaire, Google questionnaire. If you have any response, you can just comment. I'll reply your messages or DM me. I will. That's that about Google questionnaire.